Yes, listen, it's your boy DJ Gyo, and we're here live on the Rhythm 1027. As y'all can see, man, you know, we doing things a little different right now, man. You know, we got the videographers in the buildings, man. They trying to get us set. You know what? But you know what? It's all about a special moment. You know, the big homie came through, the graces with the album, and we got special guests. I'm gonna go ahead and let my host. I'm gonna go ahead and let my co-host introduce himself, because you know we hosted this event right here, and we talk about this man right here. But I'm gonna let my host go ahead and introduce himself before we get started, before we let y'all know what this is all about. So go ahead, my guy.
Awesome. Yeah, man, we come to celebrate my boy Chris here. I'm John, by the way.
Big John.
Yeah. You know, and I've known Chris now for a little while, and he just released some beautiful music he wants to share with all of us. So we're gonna talk about it and then see where it goes from there. But yeah, we all excited about this new album he's just
exactly. And the album is called Unspoken. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, put your hands together for Mr. Chris Bain. Put some audience.
Yeah, my brothers, I appreciate y'all so much. But yeah, you know, right now I've just released.
Oh no, Joe, we got to cut Chris off. Y'all see our fresh lineup and all that, the hookups? Y'all see the hookups, right? You know? Courtesy of this man right here. This man don't only sing, but this man is the #1 barber on the island, but #1 barber in the world. Listen, Chris, let's talk about it, man. It's all about Unspoken. Let's talk about the album. It's all about the album. We ain't talking about the, because if y'all want to cut, y'all can reach out there. But right now we talking about the album. So listen, man, if y'all ain't got the album yet, man, go ahead and see I'm on my iTunes. Y'all don't worry about the red spot, okay? I gotta pick my iTunes for subscription, but it's all good. See, I'm on iTunes to show you guys, man. Look, y'all can go ahead and get the album live on iTunes, any social media platform. You could get it, man, from Spotify. You could get it on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever it is. You could get that album, man. So listen, the album is called Unspoken, and listen, Chris. The name Unspoken. Tell us a little bit about that, man.
Yeah,
where the name came
Unspoken,
from, the title.
It really came because as I was going through life issues, and first of all, I want to give all praises to the Most High Creator. You know, thank Him for another day. Thank Him for this opportunity. This album is actually, it came to me to be able to present it to everyone else because of him. No other person but him. And so, yeah, so Unspoken, it came from, as I went through issues and struggling, and I started to see that so much people hurting right now, bro. So much people going through it. And I was one of them going through it. And there was just so much that was going on inside that never was said. Never was said. These are the things that nobody talks about. Yeah. These are the touchy conversations, the touchy issues and struggles and traumas that we going through, but we ain't talking about it. We acting like we good and staying away from it, but the truth is, it isn't going away.
Got you.
You know, so that's where that name come about, Unspoken. I wanted to just as it is.
Yeah.
These are the things that are unspoken, that nobody talking about.
And right before I let John probably get some questions out, one thing I say I respect, I got a chance to listen to the album even before the album got released. You know, so me and John, we VIP status, so we heard the album. You know, yeah. But I want to say this, man. You know, a lot of people, they come out with CDs, and I'm a witness to it. I've dropped like mixtapes and stuff. And a lot of people, when they have like, and John, I'm probably sure you probably heard too. A lot of people, when they have a name for the album, they don't stick to that title. The songs be all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Which would be good albums. Yeah. But to know that I heard your album, I heard the title Unspoken, every song fits the title. Every song fits the subject of the album, Unspoken, you know, because I heard songs where you talked about your biological father and other things that you spoken on this album. Yeah. And I want to say, man, was it something that you intentionally did, like, hey, I'm going to make sure that every song, because, you know, sometimes an album will be done, like the songs will be, I know how it is as an artist, the songs will be done, but when the song's done, and then that's when some people, they think about the name of the album. Okay, the songs are done, so now, what we going to call this album now, you know what I'm saying? So, was Unspoken, was it like, did you have the name already, or you already had in mind, like, okay, you know what, I'm going to let this album be something from the heart, that's an unspoken album?
Exactly as you said it. It was exactly what I was going through, what I was feeling. I was caught up in it, bro. I was, as you even listen to the songs, you know, from #1, that was the first song I made. So literally, you see the first song was called Unspoken, right? Yeah. So I started venting right away. because I was holding so much inside, and I was at a crossroad in life, realizing that I was stuck in my journey serving Christ. I was stuck. Like, I find myself revisiting behaviors that I saying I trying to grow, I trying to change, but I stuck on this anger, and I trying to figure where this anger keep coming from, because I supposed to overcome this. I keep resisting, but it keep coming back so strong, and I see something going on. So it was bottled up. It's some unresolved issues inside me that was going on. So this album truly came about. It was something that I was feeling. It was like a message, a message that I had to get across to people as God dealing with me. I believe, because as you listen, it resonates to those that can relate. So it was like God cleaning me up. As I was stuck, I started to seek Him, like crying and trying to figure this out, because it's like I stuck.
Like I said, hurt people hurt
people.
So
hurt people.
He was one of them ones.
I was one of them, bro. And it just, we can't help it, because when you the victim, you only can see yourself.
Facts.
You only can see that you need help. You can't see what you're doing to other people.
Like they say, the first step to recovery is admitting that you got the problem.
And that's what it was, bro. And I was crying out, and even in the album, I was going through my healing process. I was going through my healing process in that album.
Wow.
Let's touch on that for a bit. So many people giving so many positive feedback about the album, and they said that they feel the emotions, when they listen to these songs, especially the first one, Unspoken. All right, tell me, what inspired you to, to do something like that, where you want to put all that emotion in those songs?
Well, it was, I believe a lot of us don't admit that we need help. And because I was crying out for help, it was like I had to, if I didn't acknowledge that I have a problem, like you said, the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. If I didn't admit and acknowledge, you have this issue. You got a past trauma of your daddy not being in your life and these type of things going on. And if you don't admit and confess that you have this problem,
facts.
When you go to the doctor, the first thing when you go to the doctor, they ask you what's wrong with you. And if you say nothing wrong with me, you can't be helped. So I was actually crying out for help, and that's what made me went and started venting that song out. I wanted help, and so that's what the need and desire and want for help. You see, closed mouths don't get fed. I had to speak. I want help, so I had to first start saying what my problems are, what my problems is, and this is how we get help. And that was the first song that came to my heart, and it wasn't a planned song. Literally, I go to the mic in the studio booth, and whatever comes to my heart, that's how I was making each one of those songs. It wasn't no prepared writing. It wasn't no. So like I say, I was literally healing as I go through it, and everything just was lining up, every single thing. And that's how I know I was being led by the Lord, because in the process of me healing, my thing is always to help others.
I get you. That's powerful, man. That song resonated with a lot of people. Especially me. When I listen to that,
that's not Unspoken, right?
Yeah, that's Unspoken. Yeah. No.
Listen, if y'all didn't hear it, let me give you a little sample. Little sample of it.
I definitely have a feeling.
Yeah. That's it. Get the album.
Can't give them all, eh?
Yeah, can't give them all. That's like, I told that. So they give me the little sample version. So you give
that song is telling a lot, bro. That song is telling a lot. It's everything I was bottling up. It actually is the intro for the entire album. You hear me saying, "Love, where are you?" And I believe each one of us are subconsciously crying out for love. Each one of us want to be loved. And I crying out for love, like, where are you? Love, where are you? In every situation, I was seeking for love. Every situation, every material possession, accomplishments, every person, I was searching for that love. That's what was going on with me. And it's like you find yourself on a journey, bro, searching for this love, and you getting hurt, because the Bible say flesh will fail you.
Yeah,
that's true.
And so we ourselves cannot please ourselves. So it was a never-ending journey to find completeness and the love I was seeking for. Nothing else is sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to find that in God. So even in the midst of my healing and my crying out and me venting, getting that out, I still needed the Father to help heal me. Sometimes we look for healing through others.
Yeah, facts.
I'm telling you.
Facts.
Especially the one who inflict the pain.
Yeah.
You need to heal me. You caused this.
Mm-hmm. We tend to do that at the time. And seeing your journey and being a part of it, I'm very, very proud to see where you come from. So tell me, coming from doing circular music to now doing this, what exactly happened? What took place for you to make this big change?
Yeah. Good question.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. When you listen, the album is Unspoken is starting to tell you about it. Going through from a childhood, I was having issues in growing up without my biological father.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeking acceptance. Somewhere along the line, I felt rejected and abandoned. When I was able to comprehend that he wasn't there, and seeing everybody else with their father, I had my stepfather, who the only father I know. Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
So he was my father, but it's nothing like the absence of the one who born you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's him I was dealing with. It's him the trauma was with from the childhood, and so.
Like you still want to know and still want to know that part.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so would you believe that I went through my entire life trying to fill that void through everything and everyone? Friends. I was keeping a lot of friends. I was everything. And so I find myself going on a journey trying to be accepted because I felt rejected. Because I felt rejected,
Powerful.
I gone on a journey trying to be accepted. And
Yeah.
along the way of being accepted, I started to fit into places. I started using my gifts to allow me to be accepted by people. Because once you're good at something, you fit in somewhere.
Yeah,
So anything I could do, I found myself doing it to fit in. And so I went through a life journey trying to fit in and do the things that the world say it is to be accepted. I started trying to, they say, try to get a property. They say make money. They say, be famous, use your gifts to be a star and all these type of things. So I find myself trying those methods to be accepted. And so life was a contradiction for me. I started seeing too much things that contradicted what I was being told and taught. Too much questions, too much unanswered questions. And so coming to the climax of it, watching life and looking for love. Yeah, me crying out for love. Looking for true love, true contentment, a fulfillment. Nothing could fill this void. I keep trying it all and I couldn't fill it. And so at one point I just I said I tried almost everything in this world, and I feel like I tried everything and just nothing working. Nothing. I ain't gonna lie to myself and say having a lot of money is fulfill me, because the more I get, the more I want. I have fun sometimes, but the fun goes and I have to revisit it. So I realized that nothing was lasting. So and I say at some point, like I say, the storms and stuff start coming, people dying, COVID coming, it reality hit me. And I was like, life gotta be more than this. It is something missing. I tried everything else. I don't want to die, and I can't convince myself that if I was to go today or tomorrow and the Lord asks, what have you done for me all your life, that I could say I was serving him. I had to accept the fact that all my life I was living to please me and please others, to be accepted. And so I never was trying to give reverence or do that which the Creator wanted me to do. This was something I always was conscious of from young. So when I came to the realization of that, I say, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't try everything else.
Wow.
Let me try this different way, because we go in circles for so long, bro.
It's true.
So long. I was in a loop. I was in a loop so caught up, and it just was endless. And I wanted to try to see if another way can get me to what I've been craving for, seeking for, and I tried it.
Yeah.
And that was the start of my journey ever since.
It is, man. It is. And like all this you can find on the album. The album is just basically like almost like a testimony to your life.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Life instructions to somebody else. Because I always say this too. You know, we live our lives for others. Because you know what I'm saying, what we went through, somebody else about to go through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and as they about to go through that, them instructions what you leave or them instructions or your testimony, what you saying, that would help deliver somebody that, you know what I'm saying, almost in the same situation. Because, you know, like you said, at the end of the day, we all grow up where, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have that father in our lives, but, you know what I'm saying, that stepfather really stepped up to be that father figure to the point that, you know what I'm saying, that stepfather's like really all that father to you, but you ain't really know nobody else. But, you know, at the end of the day, when you do see other sides of the family on your dad's side, a part of you still be like, you know what, let me still want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's find out whatever it is, whatever that I was feeling towards him, and we could talk and they could, like, squash that. Because sometimes, you know, you could, like, attest to it, and when you be like, man, you going through a situation and, like, man, I hate this dude, man. This dude was never there for me, or this dude, that, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you just want to get to that point where you come to that closure and make peace. And have you ever, did you ever go through that with your biological father?
See, that's amazing, too. This is the crazy part. And I actually made an attempt. And one of the songs I started to talk about it, how at the age of 23, I went and started to seek to get
that's
that
two sides of a coin, right?
Yeah, two sides of a coin. Two sides of a coin. The number 2 on the album starts to tell you how I went to start to make it, to create closure and find answers.
Okay.
And when I started going around him, it was painful because you have to confront.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like
what I just said.
In the midst of it, I felt myself finally started to get some sort of relief. But in the process, he died before I got the answers that I was seeking. Yeah, so it left me truly it crushed me. Yeah. It crushed me, you know. But and even with that, with the father, let me show you how serious it is. Parenting is so serious because you have a lot of people that may not know that the reason that they're doing a lot of things is because of maybe it could be something in the home. Yeah, facts, it could be one parent, a single parent in it. And I don't say it to knock any parents for trying their best. Yeah. But it just shows how important it is to have both biological parents in the child's life. You know what I mean? And my stepdad did a great job. Who is the only father I know, so I call him my dad. But my biological father, because he wasn't there, it did something to me. And it did something to me as a child. Because as a child, you can't comprehend certain things. All you know is you see other children. You know what I mean? So, so these are the type of things that we face and going through life. Trying to find, you're looking for a companion. You know, you ever try to find love or whatever it is you're missing in a companion? That's we subconsciously do that too. And because of it, we put too much expectations. On the next person. Facts. I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
No matter what, but it's about you, man. You know, I just the reason why I said that, right, meant me to cut you off because when I heard the album, you started some things you said, man, and a lot of things what you said, I went through the same situation with my dad. Me and my dad just recently probably got cool. It's been a couple of years now, but me and my dad was never like on good terms. You know what I'm saying? And I remember somebody was at an event and somebody said, "Hey, you and your father gonna make back up," like, you know what I'm saying? So when that person said, I booed, cried in that meeting like a baby. Wow. And like a baby, because you know it was still hurt that I went through. Well, my dad put me through, and just like you said, I grew up looking for acceptance, like where I was trying to be accepted. So I started like hanging with this crew, that crew, just to be a part of the part of the crew, just to fit in, to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I wanted something because I never had that. I used to watch Disney movies as a kid. I'd be like, well, I would like to have a family like this, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to watch a little Disney on Disney Channel or something like that. You know, when you watch a little Disney movie, you know, as you get older, you be like, some of you find out, like, it was a little corny, but it's, you know what I'm saying? But it meant, like, when I said when me and my dad rekindled our relationship, man, it meant a lot. Like it was like a weight was lifted off me, you know what I'm saying? It was a weight, and I was happy that, you know, my dad is he's still alive. I was happy that, you know, we could amend that within it, because you know, with me being who I am in Christ, I was like, man, I still forgave him, because a lot of stuff that I went through, you know, dealing with like abuse and all that stuff from a stepmom, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff, and I just forgave all that and just moved forward. As I did that, you know, as you just feel like that weight just been lifted off you. That's why when I heard this album, he told me some of the songs. I was like, man, I said, bro, me and you basically almost have like similar. You know what I'm saying? Because like even with me, I never had like that stepfather figure like what you had. I got like from the streets, homies in the streets or older cousins, older uncles, and that's how I started to learn the game with old dudes older than me. So I never had that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I was always from home to home because, like I said, I was running from problems. One problem here. If this problem ain't work out, I go over here. Bahamas. I come back to Bahamas, go back to Miami. Come to find out, you got to really solve your problems. You can't keep running. So what that did, that had me become a runner for my whole entire life. I was running. Until the Lord said, you know what? You're going to stop. I'm going to still keep you right here in the Bahamas until you learn how to and I started to learn how to, you know. So when things ain't working out in the U.S., you go, let me go to Bahamas for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord's like, you know what? I'm going to have you be stuck right here until you know what I'm saying, you learn how to solve this thing and learn how to fight with this issue and bomb it, you know what I'm saying? And I was also
speaking the songs. The song, that's what I'm saying. I keep running and running.
Exactly. That's when I see Abandoned, because that's what you talk about the song Abandoned.
You dealing with that. You dealing with abandonment. You dealing with rejection. You dealing with acceptance.
Exactly.
You know, you dealing with so much, you know, kind of insecurities, you know, and stuff like that. And we wouldn't admit it. You know, people's afraid to make themselves look some type of way. But this is a humbling process, to be honest. And when we cry out for help, He started to heal us and fix us, and build our confidence in Him. That when we speak from a place to bring restoration to those who hurting too, you know. And when we ourselves refuse to go through that process, we now no help to nobody else, because we like a broken record.
Amen to that, man. And so many people are going through these things that you speak about in your songs, and it's very relatable, you know. So you guys gotta check out that album.
You gotta get it.
You got to.
Yeah,
all right.
Most definitely. Yes, 8 songs on the album. Is on Spotify, iTunes. I have it on a YouTube playlist. You could just search Chris Bain. Add it to your playlist.
You have to.
It's on every platform. Each song is they are very relatable. There ain't no sugarcoating. There ain't no fairy tale in this, and there are solutions, because a lot of times we hear songs, but you know, kind of touch a little bit on similar things, but there's no solution. It's no I could grow from this, or I could feel better. Most of the songs, if they doesn't have the right message, put it plainly, if it doesn't have Christ type living, His way of life that promotes love, unity, forgiveness, reconciliation, making peace. Making peace with all those things from the past, making peace with even your enemies, you know, people that hate you. This is what we call to do, but the first person we have to deal with is ourselves.
That's what's up. So
the first person.
I guess before we wrap things up, we know we mentioned all of the media outlets where they could get it, but for the old schoolers who just don't, you know what I'm saying, know how to access the Apple Music, or would you have hard copies?
Yes, I have CDs. I have some CDs. I have
numbers where they could reach you, hit you up.
553-0063. Y'all can contact me on that number. 553 0063.
Right on the screen. See, it's on the screen.
553-0063. You can call me or WhatsApp me or text me on that number. Shout out to 1027.
Oh yeah,
the rhythm.
The rhythm, yes.
The rhythm, yes.
But in order, and also give somebody with the album, because you know a lot of the stuff that we spoke about, people they go through these things on a regular.
Yeah, they do.
So you know what I mean. So even if you may not be like, okay, I'm good, but if you know somebody, or somebody you might be talking to, or somebody who probably hit you up, and they be like, man, you know, I was going through this, or somebody, you know, they'll vent to you, be like, hey, you know, check this album out, man. You may not want to read the book, but you know, read this album, you know. Yeah. So get the album for somebody, man, and you know, like we say, just shot you the numbers. Get the album, and I think it should probably be information on the ones wherever this is posted at YouTube. It should look right there in the where all the information is at. But John, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Man, listen, this album is life changing. You guys gotta check it out. All right, from the beginning to the end, you feel exactly what is being spoken about. You just feel everything. So you guys gotta check it out from the beginning to the end. You know, give my boy a shout out, and I promise you will enjoy it, because I enjoy it.
Yeah, y'all make sure check this guy out too, John Fitness. You know, John.
Yeah.
You can't talk about the haircuts and not talk about taking care of the physique, their conditioning and stuff like that. I'm talking, you're doing an excellent job. So
I like the plug. Shameless plug. I like that.
Yeah. And before we close out, the song is not only just talking about an absence of a father or a mother, which a lot of people can relate to in single parenting and stuff like that. But I am talking about every issue and struggle that I was facing straight up to I'm confessing in things that I did, especially sleeping around with different women, for closure and to feel, you seeking temporary pleasure to get fulfillment and all, all those things is being discussed in this album from, like you say, from 1 to 8. I'm talking about every different situation that we're facing. So if you have anything that you going through right now, please check out this album so you can see where any song on there may be helpful to you as I share my testimony, my experiences, and as God guided me through this and gave me healing and restoration. My hopes and my prayers as I was making this was that this bring hope to every listener. Please, if anything on your ear say, let me just check it out, please check it out. The songs doesn't sound, I don't know how to describe it, but I can't toot my own horn. I don't need to let these guys tell you all. The songs I believe they are very captivating. They are, they are self-explanatory, and hopefully it helps everyone that takes the time to listen to it.
All right, so there you have it. That's Chris Bain, Big John in the building. And we're here talking about Chris Bain's new album, Unspoken. Make sure y'all get that. Y'all hear songs right here on the Rhythm 1027. Listen, y'all go ahead and do it. They follow you anywhere they can follow you, social media, got like the Instagrams and all that good stuff.
My Instagram is 242 Chris Bain.
All right.
Audio Mark, I think it's the same thing. 242 Chris Bain or Chris Bain 242. Facebook is Christopher Bain. A lot of people use Facebook, TikTok.
Big John.
TikTok.
You remember my TikTok? I think it's the same thing. Yeah. Chris Bain 242. Chris Bain 242 or 242 Chris Bain. Yeah.
And it should be in the link in the bio.
It should be in the link in the bio.
So Big John, I know you do the little fitness. Any job? I know Chris give you a shameless plug.
Man. Let him know.
For now, we focus more on Chris.
All right, guys. This is why it's what we do.
Mr. John Fitness on any platform.
Listen, Mr. John Fitness on any platform. John, give him your number in case they want to get fit. I mean, I've seen his brother helping people that couldn't walk after stroke, and they're walking again. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing, and God is using him to help people as well. So anything to help. This, it ain't even really just about me. It's about the love.
Yeah.
The album is helping, you helping, we all trying to do the same
one
thing.
Another. Yeah.
So give them your number, John, so they can reach you.
Hit me up at 646-2395, right? Man, I gotta check this out to make sure everything is recorded.
Oh man,
I just realized that.
Oh wow.
It just hit me. Hold on. I gotta make sure everything we gotta record it. Let me check it.
Some talk about their scars, but the hidden scars we never highlight. Have to get rid of this poison. If it's two sides of a coin, when you flip it, tell me through Christ, can I believe? Help my unbelief. Two sides, I never got this off my chest, so please, I'm talking, help me say what's on my mind, check me. I keep feeling like these feelings spilling over. Never got to hear, keep bleeding from this wound. Keeping silent didn't help me overcome.